Hello and welcome back to Mzansi. We're back again. It is that time of the night where we have to tell you and actually discuss with you what is currently happening in court. Given inhlanhla noma ibhadi noma angazi ngizothi yini today, so I just happened to go to one of these platforms and ngizwa abanye lapha hey afethu bakhuluma abantu lapha bakhuluma bathi siyahlanya thina because
this is not the, people have tried to treat this like a soccer match, like, when the other people favor Kaizer Chiefs and the other people favor Orlando Pirates in a dub. This is not like that. It's not. And the people that are opposing those who are saying Ntanzi, shouldn't be there, or these accused are not the accused, they come with it in that form.
Yeah, well, it's all good. It's fine with me. All is good with me. So, guys, Genzagile today, it was a short court. We didn't have much, but there was few things that were interesting that were canvassed, and they were even requested, and it worked. I think it's a good strategy to actually go to that extent. I was surprised because then Gninda, for example, when he's asked about the car that he was using, he says, I was using my personal car. But isn't it when you use your personal car and it becomes the state's property once you do the state's work, in a sense? Yes. So it is eligible for everything that is going to be required from. If it has an AVL, we can track it also. Because what can we do if you're saying you are doing the work that you are supposed to do with the state's car, with your car? Now, should that be the stop or the end of it?
Especially in this case where the version of Brigadier Gninda and that of the accused is different.
I can't believe I heard the judge saying that it's going to be an argument, or it's your word against my word, or that situation, so it's a credibility issue. How is it going to determine the credibility if it does not want people to actually get everything that is going to assist them? How is he going to what is he going to sit down and say, let me see, I feel like Gninda is actually telling the truth? What else can you use from what Gninda is saying? What else can you use?
You know what I feel like he's going to say? He's going to say because they haven't resisted in bringing in the AVLs of the other officers. So based on that, maybe that's the plan.
I swear to God, this guy. Oh yeah. By the way, the people were saying, we are saying the judge has already written the judgment. There's nothing wrong with that. For some of them, have already made the conclusion. Also, there's not. They
don't know the law, so let's leave them alone.
I was even surprised because I heard my university being mentioned there, that it must give doctorate to these people. I was like, what? With this level of thinking,
doctor too,
to them, because they can analyze the. I was like, okay, no problem, no issue. But I'm thinking,
go study. You earn a doctorate, you study. Dr. Sibanda has been studying there by UNISA, opening textbooks and writing theses.
Apparently, yeah.
So you must earn your doctorate. You don't get it, and in fact, if you had maybe started the journey, you wouldn't be at this level where you are analyzing. I don't know, like how. You should go and study. Maybe that's a good idea. You know what I'm realizing, Mr. Anonymous? That some of us need to go to school.
I'm sorry. Look, I'm going to say this. Our education is shit. Sorry for the word.
Okay.
But it is that type of ish that is necessary.
Amongst some people.
Because
it will help you
a lot. It might
not
teach you the reality of how things
life.
are in terms of maybe when you read the economic books, they are telling you that South Africa, the examples are saying South Africa creates raw material and then America finishes it. That for me is not on, because that is certainly putting a mentality that Africa is all about raw material and then finished goods, you can only find them in America and then they sell back to us.
Obviously at a very
Which is
high
currently
price.
what is happening.
Exorbitant high price.
So, but it does teach you 2 or 3 things in terms of growing your brain, because the fact that you went to school and you were able to look at those, I was able to, for example, look at those theories and see that these theories are actually madness. You know, I'm able to argue against them. I wouldn't say don't go to school just to follow. Like, for example, a Christian, you're saying, I'm reading the Bible, I'm following that, and I believe. Go to school, study, and obvious, if something does not make sense, question it.
Yes.
You know, it's good to question it.
Yes.
And if it does not make sense, don't allow it to be your theory. Or even when you use it, do say, I'm just using it because it's there and it's something that has been written down. Someone wrote a thesis or whatsoever, so I have to use it. You know,
school is important.
so it is important in that sense, because you are able to dissect what is right and wrong in a sense of what is happening in this economy. We are not in a position of being a clever black. You know, clever blacks have their own way of thinking.
Yes.
And then you listen to people speaking, you're like, okay, I might not have that much of English. And most of them, they have good English. They speak. And you're like, okay.
But then you try and piece
And then you start speaking. And
what
then
they're saying together,
it
and
just
you're like, but
smells. You're like, yo, okay. Where is that coming from? Like, it's like sugar on a tea.
Who may wonder about an example, I saw a clip of the Minister of Communications trying to justify why they are relaxing BEE. Just go listen to that clip. The English is so good.
There is no reason.
But what he is saying
It
is
does not make
basically
sense.
gibberish. What he's saying is,
it does not make sense.
It's not making sense. But the English is very good. And I'm like, there are some people who've mastered that in life, that all they need to do is speak
nice English.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then everybody will think they are smart, especially amongst us. Will think, this person is so intelligent.
Prime example is what is currently happening. You know, we are watching we are in a court where certain people really they can speak. You know, they can speak. They
can
big words
themselves so well.
But you listen to it, you're like, okay, let's forget English a bit. Let me listen with my English that was taught in Zulu. But it doesn't make sense what they're saying. It doesn't make sense.
Let me go try and find out what the book says. You know?
For example, we are in a situation where people are asking for AVL.
Yes.
I'm just going to make a classical example.
Yes.
They are asking for an AVL. They say, we want an AVL for a Baki.
Yes.
In that court, they are saying that Baki was involved in an accident.
Yes.
Instead of bringing us an AVL report, they are going to bring the pictures of that Baki in an accident. In your own mind, when you are sitting down, does it make sense? And I'm going to make a classical example also. When Baloyi was asked about the cars that were used by SWAT, some of them which are absent, they're no longer there.
Yes.
He said the AVL should be there. This is the very same case. SAPS is requested to bring an AVL for a Baki. They're telling us about accident.
Yes.
They are bringing pictures. They are bringing albums of pictures
Wasting
of what
time compiling stuff that was not.
What are we
asked for.
supposed to do with that?
I don't know.
What are we
That's
supposed to
not
do
what
with that?
is required.
And then
AVL Brigadier Kinindi, AVL.
in less than an hour after you have just submitted that about your team, then the state is answering on behalf of the SWAT team when they say the other cars are not there anymore. I think they have 2 or something left out of the 4.
Yes.
And then the judge says, so there is no AVL. And Maloi, I think he didn't catch it. And he says, no, it should be there. Same thing with the Baki. Apply the same logic. Same logic. Nice English, Baloi. Nice, very nice English. From Vers, I don't know where it is coming from.
UP, actually.
In fact, from my university. Good, nice English.
Yes.
But really? Is that how you're going to defend yourself? No, okay, the back you cannot get it, by the way, because it was involved in an accident. We don't want the back physically. We want where it was.
Yes. Where it was, it's movement.
Subsequently to that, what are we supposed to do with those pictures that we cannot even see, by the way? Because whatever that these two, this guy Tumelo did.
But from the very beginning, that's not what they asked for. They asked for the AVL of that car. They didn't ask for the car, where the car was, what happened to the car. The AVL of the car, the AVL record of the car.
So that's what I'm trying to say, Emil. And then you have someone, a father of someone. If it's a father of someone, I don't know if it's a father of someone, or it's a boyfriend of someone, or it's a girlfriend of I don't know. Anything is possible in this country. He goes and sits down and talks about how useless the defense is when such things are happening in that court.
What?
Why won't you call your people out for not bringing what they are asked for? You ask for a report of a car, they want to bring you a wheel of a car. What are you going to do with the wheel of a car? Is it going to talk that I was there? And
I don't know. But I find all of this very annoying.
People ask for a BMW specifically that was driven by Guinea.
In 2020.
They give a BMW that came in later and driven by someone else.
That is in 2021.
Then
that's not what was asked for.
In your logical mind, in your right mind, you sit down, you still say, these people should go to jail.
I don't know. Maybe there's a personal vendetta against them. Maybe they know them on a personal
And one thing I'm going to say, you see, this world of independent mediating, if there's something like that, it is good, but to a certain extent.
It's
to a certain extent. The same thing that was probably arguably happening with some of the mainstream medias is now happening to these small YouTubers. Some of them, if you sit down and listen to these people, you can tell, or you cannot help but feel that some people are paid here to come and push a certain narrative. I'm not saying anyone has been paid on this case, but I'm just saying you must be able to discern. People come on YouTube, and they come on YouTube or Facebook or anywhere, any platform, TikTok, they come there to push us. And some of them, they start as if they are analyzing this case
or as if they
unbiasedly. And then 2, 3, 4 videos after that, once they gain the momentum, then they start bashing these people. And then after that, they disappear. And then some of you guys here, you go to these people, you're like, wow, it's, some of you even bring the theory to us. We watch you. I'm not going to lie to you. We watch you.
Rumors, things that are not honestly going to help us.
Yeah, we watch you, and then we talk on the side. We're like, okay, there was someone who did 1, 2, 3. I won't lie. Because I'm the one actually watching the chats. And I'm like, if this person was able to see 1, 2, 3, but we cannot speak ill of other content creators other than the mainstream media. Those ones we don't care. I mean, if it puts food on their table, it's okay. It depends on what kind of food you want to eat. If it brings pain to other people and it's okay with you, we have such people everywhere. Political, we have such people.
Yes.
You have chosen your bed.
Yes.
Make it line on it. Simple as that. It's okay. But I'm just saying, this conversation is to say, have that discernment eye. When you listen to someone, just listen and be careful. And then some of the things that are happening here, there are things that we can bring here and we see them. Not that we don't see them, we see them. We research also. But we don't say them because we are at that state where we know this one will actually make this case go this way. Because we have that feeling that other people are actually watching what you say here and they go prepare on the basis of that. And that creates confusion and difficulties for the defense team.
Yeah, it does. Sometimes.
So what do we say? Normally, it's when we have actually realized this one, it's not going to impact that much, or it doesn't have an impact other than just following what is currently happening. It has been done. It's gone. Some of the things we do want to talk about them, but we don't talk about them because you could see, isn't it when we started actually, you could feel that, other people are taking notes and all that. So we started now choosing what we're going to put on the media,
We
just
had
keep quiet.
At the time, I remember we had to. There's some things that it's not that we don't know, it's just that we are holding them back because
we make their job
they
very
may
difficult.
not be verified sometimes. So you'll find yourself being a gossip monger, and that makes you now lose focus. Yes, the videos might do well, get traction, get lots of clicks. They do get
traction. I mean, not lie. This case has created desperate people. Yeah. I'm just going to say here because I know for sure.
They do.
Why I'm saying that, ask yourself how many, as our subscribers here, and are subscribing also somewhere else, which is good, just to have different perspectives.
Views and perspectives.
But ask yourself how many videos that are talking about this case you go through. And then ask yourself, why would you do that? 2, 3 videos, it's okay. I also follow, like, for example, football. I follow this channel, FCB. That's my channel to go to because I support Barcelona. I know when that guy speaks, that means that thing is that thing. And then I have, I think, 2 other channels that I follow, But the FCB guy is always going to be talking exactly what I'm thinking inside. He's a typical supporter. And then we have this other one, this other guy, I forgot his name, but he's also talking about Barcelona. I think he's got a bit of an accent here. I think he's from America. This one speaks as if he's also part of the management. So sometimes when I'm listening to him, I'm like, I get pissed. I'm like, but I don't care about the nitty-gritties of who's got money. If this player is needed, bring that player. I'm a supporter. I don't care about how the money is run. And then this guy speaks like, you see, the problem is that we are on one-on-one rule and this is the case. I'm like, I don't care about that. So
it's not your cup of tea.
Immediately it does that, I jump out. I'm like, I'm cool. I'm down. Today, I tried to listen to 2 of these channels. You are speaking for me garbage. And then I stick to my Talk FCB. But if I'm bored, I go through about 5 channels. So that's what is happening. So people have realized, I won't lie, this channel gains attraction. In fact, if you want to create a channel and you want to have a lot of subscribers, take this channel. And in fact, when you do that, switch what?
Switch the camera.
Why should I switch it?
Switch it.
No, it's the main one.
Oh, it's the main one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you do that, it's okay, but the problem is that, in fact, when you do that, if you exaggerate your stuff, lie, and then just exaggerate and talk about Kelly this, Kelly that, you should be fine. You should be getting your subscribers.
Oh, yes. I've noticed that pattern, yeah.
Anything that's happening to Kelly. Kelly was in Joburg, right? Kelly was in Joburg. Senzo Meyiwa's case, Kelly was in Joburg. It's going to make you mad.
I agree. I've seen it as well.
These are the things that you should be careful of, because you come with that mentality. You come here to argue on this side, and then we just look at you and you're like, okay, it's okay. We're not going to say anything.
No.
Because if we were to say something, we need to debunk you on the basis of this is the case. This is where you come from first, and then we debunk you on the. But it's okay. So let us follow this case the same way we've been following it.
I refuse to change my method or our method. There's madness to this method, and there's also method to this madness. So there are some people, maybe they don't have patience or what. It's okay.
You wanna listen to someone's saying something. This case actually,
it's God. No. If we take it with that approach, we're gonna be distracted.
It does distract.
Yeah, the minor details that where you'll find, for instance, people that are arguing for the state never address, never talk about. We talk about them.
Yeah.
These nitty gritties. There are so many. We have things to back up what we are saying, based on our experience and the fact that we go through every single thing that's being said in that court.
So all these court, in a sense, I would say we have our own transcripts that we keep. So if we want to go and check what Zungu said,
yes,
we literally don't have to go and listen.
No.
We just type and say Zungu.
We look for Zungu, and then everything Zungu said will appear, or everything concerning Zungu, we are able to find it. So what I'm trying to say is there's a method to our madness. I know people find it like, oh, you
guys are late. Why don't you bring 1, 2, 3? It's good to suggest. We like it.
Yeah.
But sometimes
there are facts. We are collecting these facts, and we are talking and analyzing, which is why we were able to detect when in mainstream media it was being reported that the DNA was inconclusive, when that is not exactly what the DNA person said. You can only pick that up if you were listening to the entire things and the entire case, and you were analyzing and you were thinking about it. But if not, minor details like that are going to fly over your head. And then you will be put in a position where now you are saying things that you don't even understand.
What do you make of a judge saying that Ramsipilo is not supposed to ask for an AVL? In a sense, that's what I felt like the judge was saying. That's my opinion. I felt like he didn't want that AVL to be given.
Yes.
Why? Okay, I know that the judge is supposed to ask on what basis you do 1, 2, 3, but
the one for the time that they were taking Danzi to the dentist.
They should even, in fact, someone is saying here that they should even, in fact, ask for the one when Zungu was going to KZN to do whatever that they said he must do. When the judge asks, what are you going to do? We want to show you how these people are actually not credible.
Yes.
That would be my submission.
Yes, but I don't understand why Ramasipil is being blocked from really tracking the movements.
Not
on
being
that
blocked per
day.
se. It's like, show your hand. What
what
is it that you have? That submit. Why motivate? Why do you want that? If it's there, why not give?
Like you've given everything else. Like why
If it's rendered useless, it will be rendered useless when Ramsipili deals with it.
Yes.
Not before it is
And
actually
I thought
acquired.
he had ordered for everything to be disclosed. I thought that
Now he's
I thought everything was fine. Pelamina, I saw him on a roll, like on Tuesday, going, was it Wednesday? Monday going on a roll. Friday, it was Friday. He was going on a roll and saying, yeah, give them the EMPD for the vehicles, and then the vehicles that were transporting them from police station to police station, that one too. Now it's like, okay, let's select. Today it was very selective, and I was pretty shocked because I was like, okay, didn't you say that you are subpoenaing, like you asked the state to subpoena like every single vehicle from EMPD and SWAT that was transporting the accused? So now I'm like, okay, we're back to square one.
Sbia, someone's asking who was Sbia's lawyer when he was giving that confession, the so-called confession. I don't think he had a lawyer.
He didn't have a lawyer there. It was a commissioner of oaths officer.
Yeah.
He has a name, Boto.
Yeah.
Colonel Boto.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think he had a lawyer.
No, he didn't have a lawyer. It was Colonel Boto.
Right, let's just go through what happened today very quickly.
So yes, we have another postponement as the information regarding car movements, AVL records of police officers who were involved in the arrest of accused or two accused 1 and 2 are still to be provided. Now we can all remember that Judge Ratam Khwatling made an order on Friday that the AVL of all the police officers that were transporting all the accused be provided. So I was thinking maybe there is yet another witness that the state was going to call from the police or something, but turns out they have not yet called anyone. So proceedings were slightly delayed due to the processing of the accused. And Baloy said that at the beginning, when we didn't get to see really at the beginning because the recordings kind of started later. Baloy apparently said that Advocate Nxumalo was not available today and he had prior engagement. Given the fact that this matter will not proceed, he made himself available for another matter. So do you think it's okay for him to have said this? I just feel like, why did he say that he has made himself available for another matter? Isn't that going to put him under fire with the judge or something? Because the last time the judge was saying that they are not supposed to be having a double or many matters at once. Do you remember those comments that he made?
Where are they supposed to get the money?
Now remember that Advocate Nxumalo was also representing Advocate Mshololo, who has not been in court since the trial resumed for Brigadier Kininda's cross-examination. And Advocate Baloy said that Advocate Mshololo sent a letter on the 26th of May, and Advocate Nisi said that he will stand in for Advocate Nxumalo. So Baloy started off by saying that the process is still ongoing. The purpose of the day's sitting was to see what time was needed. He said that our estimation, we think if we adjourn to Monday, that should afford enough time to gather the requested information. So the judge asked how many cars are involved in this whole AVL pulling of data situation, and Baloy mentioned that they would already finish them with the Toyota Fortuner, BMW.
How many times have we been hearing this Toyota Fortuner? We kind of know we had it, right?
Yes, it's there. But you could short a late date
that is looking for, yes. Yeah, but yeah, Fortuna is fine. We are good. Whatever Ramsipile asked for, bring it. And extra, I think Ramsipile was more interested in the other car that is not acknowledged. Komojo Masha, thank you. Welcome to Mzansi. Thank you.
Thank you. And the Nissan Baki that was used by Maben and Brigadier Kininda has already indicated that he will try and get the information regarding the Nissan Baki. So Baloi said that they have requested Constable Lissering to assist in obtaining the information, the dates on which those cars were used. Now, Lissering said that they used 4 cars when transporting the accused, and some of them have been written off. Lissering, remember, has come and testified in court before on behalf of the state. He testified as one of the constables, I think, that was there during the apprehension of accused 1 or accused 2, I can't quite recall. So he's not really, is he the AVL person? Is he the tracker? Is he the AVL guy?
I remember there was who was the guy who was testifying?
AVL guy.
Yes.
Wasn't it Dupree or something?
I think
like
something
that?
like that. Dupree, yes.
So now I will have to go and verify that so that I'm sure of who's listening and who's Dupree, because sometimes these people, it gets confusing for me. So the drivers were Jonathan Buthelezi, Monareng,
Jonathan Buthelezi.
Jonathan Buthelezi and Monareng and Mapung.
Okay.
So Baloi said that they have testified, and the judge asked if all the Metro SWAT unit vehicles were fitted with AVL, and Lissering said yes.
Did you sense this uneasiness? Did you?
I did.
It's like,
I did. I sensed the tension.
why? It's like, I don't know whether it was towards the judge from the States. Like, why do you have to ask him point blank? Like, it feels like there was no much prior conversation with the guy who was there. Much prior conversation. It was just the briefing that happened, and then let's go to court. There was that moment of silence, but it's okay.
Baloi said that the challenge he has is in obtaining the information from the service provider to release the information they arranged the date of Monday, keeping in mind that all these processes must be followed. It's not just a question of calling the service provider. He said that to request the AVL, they only release them on the strength of the subpoena, which must be issued by a magistrate.
Why is Baloi coming back to say that? Shouldn't he have
done that already?
I don't know. I mean,
Mnisi has been asking. There's one. He has been asking Mnisi for these AVL records. It's been so long. He's been asking for them. So I was thinking, no, the process he has already started it a long time ago. Turns out he's only starting it now, and provided that more vehicles were added. So that makes the work even more. Even when we come back on Monday, hey, I don't know what to expect. Well, the judge asked if there is no dispute that, for instance, the Metro unit vehicles were all fitted with AVLs. What is the problem of them continuing? And Baloi said that they had to get hold of the tracking record of the vehicles and their movements, and all that information needed to be made available to the defense. They needed to peruse it, consult, and then decide what course of action to follow. Advocate Mnisi also indicated that he will also like to recall Uzungu and Buthelezi. You know, for me, I think the shocking thing was when the judge asked Baloi regarding...
For what?
What? Regarding what? As, I was like, okay, it's as if you are hearing this for the first time, you know. And it's like he's never heard it before. It's like he's not the one who said that the state needed to prepare heads of argument on whether Zungu and Buthelezi can be recalled.
But I told you that we were going to go there.
I was shocked. I was like, why does this now feel like this?
That's why I mentioned it yesterday.
Yes, you did. I remember you threw me off guard, and I was like, but what are you talking about?
You're like, no, it's not. They don't want to show. Someone said they don't want to show their hand. I was like, okay, but it's fine.
Well, Baloy answered the judge and said that Mnisi didn't indicate he must still expatiate on the reason of recalling those witnesses. But the information that he's going to receive will assist or will enable him to make a call on whether he will proceed with that application, and if so, how to frame the grounds for requesting the recalling of those witnesses. I heard like a bit of a laugh coming from the judge. Maybe that's me. He said that he confirmed with Baloyi that it was disputed that Zungu was at the hostel. The defense's version is that he was not there. So Baloyi read every AVL that was requested except for the one for Zungu. Mm-hmm. Did you guys notice that? Mm-hmm. And the judge was now asking, what was the purpose of Mr. Ramasipili requesting AVL for the 26th of June 2020 for the Toyota Fortuner when accused number 2 was taken to Pokeng and the dentist?
That caught Ramasipili off guard.
I saw. Mm-hmm. Because everybody agrees that accused number 2 was in Pokeng. It is not disputed. The judge asked Ramasipili what value was that information. Ramasipili said that the fact that he went to Tlhabane is not being disputed. He said under his cross-examination of Constable Buthelezi, his instruction from accused number 2 was that amongst the people that transported him, there was Buthelezi himself, and Buthelezi came and testified, and he disputed that he was ever in Tlhabane, or that he had ever traveled outside Gauteng to transport accused number 2. And the judge asked him, how is it going to affect the case? Because Buthelezi said he was not in Tlhabane, and his client says, no, he was there. So it's a question of credibility.
What was supposed to be Ramasipili's answer?
I feel like he should have argued that their versions are different, and considering the fact that the client or his client is accusing the state of being dishonest and having had tortured him and did all of those things, then it's only fair. It's a fair trial. It's his constitutional right to be exposed to all of the information with regards to having a fair trial.
The question is, what was, knowing that the AVL maybe said there was a car there, gonna help with?
Is going to help with establishing whether Buthelezi was there or not.
How?
By the AVL.
How does an AVL tell you it was Emily driving a car? That's why the judge was asking the question. But in a sense,
I think if he was assigned to drive the car for that specific period,
he should have said, if we have established that the car was there, that so-called Kumbi, then we would be able then to trace who was allocated to that or assigned to that car.
Yes. How? Mr. Anonymous, now you sound like Rata.
No, I just wanted to... No, I just
throwing me off guard with questions that are coming at me like
I just wanted to show you why the what was the standing leg of a judge, why he was pushing towards that question.
Perfectly demonstrated. So it's a question of credibility, he said. He said that Ramasipili said that if it is the case, then, but just before he could finish, the judge interrupted him and said that he's not saying that it is the case. Okay. He said that's a question of credibility. It's not said, he said that it's common sense, right? He said that tell him that Buthelezi said that he was never in Tlhabane, and if he ever was in Tlhabane, he would have used these motor vehicles which would have allegedly took your client to Tlhabane. So Ramasipili said the usage of motor vehicles dependent, it was one, he said it was not one in the same car. There were alternate cars, and they're not sure which cars were utilized. So the judge said that he must be able to tell them which car so that they make arrangements. Ramasipili said it was either a VW or a Ford, and he does not know the make. So Ramasipili said that the cars relate to where accused 2 says he was taken to and assaulted. For instance, the engine garage and the steel pipes, he said it is vital for them. The Fortuner was used in conjunction with escort cars, which might indicate something, that there is smoke somewhere, So it is relevant, he submitted. And the judge asked about the records of the cars that were written off, and Liesering said that he was not 100% sure. Funny enough, Advocate Baloyi was the one saying that they are available today. Did you hear him? He said they are available, while Liesering said he's not 100% sure whether the cars that are written off have AVLs.
Exactly, that's what I was saying.
Ramasipili said that from the 18th, 19th, for 41 hours, this person was in transit with the police from Sibanya gold mine. At some stage, they said the Fortuner had a mechanical failure. Therefore, it's not involving EMPD SWAT. They had to come and assist them. So Gininda now was being asked the question, and he interacted with the court. He was present, and he said that in as far as accused 2 is concerned, the Fortuner is relevant, and on the day of the 18th and the 19th, insofar as the accused 1 is concerned, is the red Golf, and that vehicle is not fitted with tracker. The judge asked him where it was, and Gininda said that it was outside. His members are using it now. So the judge said that physically, when he looks at it, he can't show a person here is the tracker. So Gininda said that they don't have the expertise to see that, right? Because he was asking concerning this red Golf that they said doesn't have a tracker. Now the judge is asking him that, okay, when you're looking at the car like that, are you able to tell that here is a tracker? And then Gininda now says, I don't have expertise to see that. Now Gininda said that accused number 1 was brought to him inside that red Golf. And it is the same vehicle that they went to Babulaine Zwane the following day, the traditional healer, the traditional doctor. And it was also used when he was taken to court on the 1st of June. Gininda said that they are busy with the photo album of the Nissan that got into a car accident. And he said that the docket also, he brought it, that confirms that the car had been in an accident, and they already have it, and they will make it available to the defense. Then who was the driver at the time that it
In
had
your
a vehicle,
own
and
sober mind,
who eventually...
what is that gonna do?
I don't know. And he even said who eventually passed away.
It's another LPC situation.
I'm like, okay.
Where we are explaining everything that is not actually requested. If a car was a write-off, or a driver was drunk, or what, just making an example.
Yes.
How is that going to help the court?
I don't know. I have no idea.
When a question as such is supposed to be asked, it is never asked. But if it was a defense, that was going to be asked.
Yes, it was. So he said that
same as the proportion of writing when the state is speaking compared to when the defense is speaking.
I told you about this. I was like, oh, when the defense is speaking, he's chilling.
In which we tend to write whatever that is so amazing, man. You can
busy
tell, and
focused.
You can only pass the test of the if it's through the chapters that you have studied.
Yes.
You can never pass a test that you did not study for. What I'm trying to say is that I see more notes written for states more than they are written when the defense is speaking.
I noticed it when in the trial, within a trial, when the accused were now giving their versions of what had happened to them, and they were in that box and they were speaking about the events that took place. He looked like he didn't want to be there.
disinterested, right? It looked like that. Yes.
And I kept wondering to myself, how is he going to be able to like recall some of the information? And I think I have been justified, because there are some portions of the accused version stories that it's almost like he's making himself remember the details, right? Because he keeps repeating them every now and again. He repeats the highlights, or maybe what he considers important after going through the record. You understand what I'm saying? But then how he rehashes them, even on, was it Monday, when Tanzi looked like, he was sick while he was talking about what he had happened to him. And I'm like, this version sounds so rough, the way the judges it's like he wasn't listening to him testifying. I don't know if it makes sense. The way he put it is like he doesn't care. He just wants to make sure that he has the right information. And that, to me, I found it very like, okay, all right. So he said that it is under Tembisa, and the filing under it is difficult. Right. So now we are on the AVL for Constable Zungu, who was driving, working at a Tembisa police station there at 2014, 26th of October. And now he went and drove to Carlton Center or something on the 26th of October. And then he went to Fosloras and he went to a party. Yes. So he said that it is under Tembisa, that vehicle of Zungu.
Blade and easy.
And he said it was a milestone. He said getting the AVL for Constable Zungu's car, the car that he was driving, is a milestone, meaning that it's difficult for him, or challenging. Let me not say difficult. Let me say it's a bit of challenging to get.
Blade and easy. Like Jelubazu and easy. And easy Blade. This one,
he finished me when he said that the filing under Tembisa police station is difficult. He finished me there on that portion. I'm like, okay. You went to Nelspruit, the Marscope for warning statement. You can't go to Tembisa.
You see the problem of that car? It went into many places. Do you understand?
Yeah. On 26th of October 2014.
What are the odds that the car, there will be a car that would have done the similar pattern on the same day?
The odds are very slim.
Because it starts in Joburg from Tembisa and it moves
Carlton
in many
Center.
places, Carlton Center. It moves, What are the odds?
And then it went to the mall to buy alcohol.
And what tops it all is when it's parked in that so-called Basutung hostel. It's going to be difficult.
So it must park there for quite some time at Basutung hostel.
And easy plate. And easy.
Well, Gininda said that the vehicle that was used by the late Sergeant Mabena is a Toyota Hilux. That is why he said in his evidence that it may be mistaken for the Fortuner. They are both white and it's a double cab. It has a canopy. It's what the judge was like saying. And then he said, yes. Gininda said that regarding the statement that was accompanying the warning forms that Advocate Mnisi requested, he said he has since obtained all the statements and has made them available, and that they have made the copies for the defense as well. I remember Mnisi hitting a brick wall here asking about the other statement that was missing, and Gininda said that he had handed it over. Baloyi now was quiet, and Advocate Mnisi was like, I don't have that statement. Do you guys remember that? Now he's coming back and said, I've retrieved everything and I've given it, which is another issue that was parked. It was parked, this one. So I was like, maybe they should go into it, Yobo, as they wait for. But then I guess they need that time. Let's give them that time until Monday. I mean, we gave Advocate Nisi his time, right? It's only fair that they also get their time to prepare the evidence that is necessary for us to move forward with this case, which are those AVL records for those EMPD and SWAT vehicles, as well as Zungu's movement of the vehicle. So the judge said that those reasons, unfortunately, they can't proceed. Mr. Baloyi advised him that the information will be gathered and made available on Monday. Nisi said that accused number one brought it to his attention that there was also a Kashkai?
It's Kashkai.
Kashkai.
It's Kashkai.
Kashkai. Yes.
It's a Nissan. I think it's a Nissan car, right?
They said it's a Nissan, and he said that it was utilized by Constable Ngamani. Like a frog. It's just the name for me.
I know it. It was just, I saw it when I saw it. I just recently saw it also.
Yeah.
Yes, I know it.
Okay, I don't. But I said that he did not have Ngamani as a witness. And Mnisi said that the person was a policeman. Gininda said that they don't have such a vehicle in the cold case unit. He said maybe accused number one must indicate where did he see that policeman. So Baloyi said that accused number one did not mention this Ngamani, okay, who assaulted him. But when Brigadier Gininda sent part of his team to bring a statement, that was when they had sent Mukhola. Mukhola was testifying that she was sent by Brigadier Gininda after hearing that accused number one was making complaints at Silverton police station where he was kept. And he was complaining that there are police officers who kept coming to his cell there and assaulting him, right? He was sitting there uncomfortably as he was awaiting for his trial or awaiting to be served and arrested for this or charged. So he was saying that there were policemen that were coming and harassing him there at the Silverton police station and beating him, right?
He never said that.
What did he say?
He said they had access.
They had access.
Yes.
To the police station at Silverton. He never said they assaulted him.
It's a theory that has been emphasized, and unfortunately, Ngomezulu fought for this theory not to be like this.
Oh, so he said they had access, not that they were beating him.
Yeah, he did say. I didn't say it was the police that were at the station.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about the police that were at the station. I'm talking about the fact that there were police officers that were coming to Silverton police station, not the police officers that were at Silverton police station.
But this is how Gininda is putting it.
No, that's not what the accused version is. He said that these
Hence
police
they
officers
brought that person who was in charge of the...
No. It's a distraction. He said that there were police officers who had access, who would come to Silverton. They were not based at Silverton police station. They would come and assault him there. And now, Brigadier Gininda it's not even Brigadier Gininda who testified this, it was Mukhola. She said that she received these news at court while accused number one was making an appearance. And then she told Brigadier Gininda that accused number one was complaining in court that there were police officers who were coming from a different police station who had access to him in Silverton police station, right? And then he said she was told by Brigadier Gininda that she should make a statement. She should go get a statement from accused number one. But at the time that she went to try and get this statement, accused number one did not want to talk to him. But then the judge in that court ordered for accused number one to be transferred to another correctional facility where he's currently based now. I think it is... What is it? Is it Luekop or something like that? What is the prison now? I forgot about it. But he got transferred from that police station, Silverton, to a correctional facility, because it seems like he was advised that it's better for him to be moved there, because there at least police officers would not be coming willy-nilly and having access to him like that. It's under correctional services, right? That's what happened in a nutshell for those of us who have to put this information together. Okay, so Gininda said he said that he sent part of his team to try and get a statement. Then accused number 1 indicated that he did not want to open a statement. So that Ngamani, under whose instruction was he escorting or having access to accused number 1, is a question that I have, and I would really like for his full names to be found. I don't know how it's going to happen, but Ngamani is very important right now, in my opinion.
And the funny thing, it sounded like he was totally being denied as a person who ever existed. And then when other things kept on coming about this Ngamani, and then we are going to look into it. Why didn't you say it from the word go? Good to be good column for whatever that team it is. Why?
And just not so long ago, Benyizizwa ngathi, I'm not saying that's what he did. It felt like he was trying to deny Jonathan as well. It felt like that. Okay, so Baloyi said that he called the station commander from the station at the time, and he said that he doesn't know the person. They really need to find Ngamani. So Mnisi, after taking instructions from accused 1, because he had called him, raised his hand, and the judge actually is the one who indicated and said, your client is calling you there. And when he came back, he said that accused number 1 said that it's getting a little bit deeper. Umnisina was saying, he said accused number 1, Mr. CB, is saying that Ngamani used to work with the late Mr. Mabena and a policeman known as Yende. And the description of his motor vehicle, the color is silver. And he said that it's very strange for Brigadier Gininda to say he doesn't know Ngamani, because the day he was taken home, that's the 6th of June, this Ngamani was also there when he was taken home for verification of his home address. And in the company of Brigadier Gininda and accused 2, he's saying that on that day he appeared at the Boksburg court. So even accused number 2 knows Ngamani. This Ngamani was also there. He was with Mabena and Mohani as well. So it is disingenuous for Brigadier Gininda to say that this unit does not have Ngamani. It could be that presently Ngamani is not there. But
now
at the time,
it sounded like they've jogged the memory to that point now. It's, it's ringing. Yes.
Everything now. Yeah, but they've got sharp memories. I have to give it to them.
Another briefing needs to happen. Do you understand? So
another briefing. Yes, I got it.
Yeah, so do you understand? It's going to be difficult. I mean,
and they mentioned Yende too. So if Ngamani is difficult to find, then Mokhani must come and tell us who Yende is. This is gonna be interesting. Kusazonyiwa.
Ayiziyabuya. Njengamanje akulaliwa njengoba sila I'm tired out kulelo njengamanje. Ziyabuya liyavuthwa ibhodi.
Yo. He says they can't tell in what capacity he was assisted or helped, whether he was a member or not, but specifically he was there. The judge said that he must order the employment of all the police stations so that they can check for him. This after asking for his name though, so that they can, with their clients, check whether there was a policeman in the whole of South Africa by the name of Ngamani. This to me sounded very much sarcastic, in my opinion.
Haven't we been sarcastic enough in that court, man? Everything like, is sarcasm that comes from
act
these
like you act like you are helping, but at the same time
you are actually saying, I don't believe this nonsense.
Yeah.
That's how it sounds like. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because when it's pressed about this thing, I think it's this thing, when it's pressed about this thing, there's where he, in a sense, sort of yelled, ne? Ay, suka. You know, that's how we picked that one up.
Yeah, there's something he whispered that
your mic does actually, it makes sure.
Even the whispers, it's a good quality mic.
It's a very good quality mic. Because he faced the other side and then he said, "Ay, suka."
I don't even remember. Was it Aisuka or was it what are you saying?
It was 26:41, eh?
Yeah, 26:41.
26:41, yeah, 26:41 minutes.
He said a word that I'm not okay with. He whispered it under his tongue, and I'm like, I'm not comfortable, right? I'm not comfortable with you saying this sarcastic thing as if they're making up Ngamani, or even making it seem like Ngamani is a ghost of somewhat, or if there's the whole of South Africa looking for a police officer called Ngama, and I'm like, and then he whispered something, but we're gonna find that word. And also, could it be that some of these police officers, and that's merely a question that I'm gonna pose to you guys, do you think like some of these police officers that maybe are sent to allegedly torture people or suspects and stuff, they use fake names or nicknames instead of actually using their real names? Is that a possibility?
They will forget.
They will forget. How would they forget? I don't understand that part. Meaning that they would refer to each other with their real names in the midst of...
Eventually.
Okay, so Ngamani, it is a surname, or...
It does sound like a Zulu surname.
Okay, so Mnisi said that they say it at all material times. When he was involved in the engagement, they were calling him Ngamani, so they don't know whether that is a surname or a name. So those people who refer to him as Ngamani, Mohola said, is amongst them. Mohola was amongst them as they were busy calling Ngamani, but Ngamani, and referring to this person as Ngamani. Mohola was there amongst them, according to the version of the accused. And Mohani also was amongst them. And Brigadier Gininda was also amongst them as they were referring to this person as Ngamani. So now my question becomes, Kanti manje, why ni piga Ngamani? Like Brigadier Gininda, why are you denying Ngamani? It sounds like you are denying him. I'm not saying that is what you are doing, but if in your presence he was referred to as that, it's complicated.
Why would you deny him? Can I have the headsets there?
Why would you deny Ngamani? I'm like I don't understand. Like, it's very interesting. Okay, so find Ngamani, please. Find him, and he needs to come to that court and testify.
And brief him.
And no, that's not allowed.
Oh, not briefing. What is it called?
Prepare
him.
Prepare him. Yeah.
Is your witness. Prepare him.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't say brief him.
So he said that they don't know whether it was his clan name or nickname, but at all times they referred to him as Ngamani. So accused number 1 was also requesting that the AVL records of the motor vehicle driven by Brigadier Gininda be made available.
Oh yeah, the Hey, my memory is good, yeah. Yes.
Suka.
Yes.
Yes,
it's 26, yes. It's 26.
Yes. He went like looked sideways after saying that what he was saying. Then he said yes. I remember I'm like yes. Why would yes? But I was saying yes.
Should I put it on?
Yeah, you can.
Let me see. Yeah, let me connect. Now I'm gonna need to listen also.
Whether he was a member or not, but he specifically say he was there. So that is the description
Is
of
that,
the mode of the
is that
hiking.
his proper name? Ngamani.
They know him as Ngamani.
Yeah, because I would order that they must bring the employment registers of all those police stations.
Let me find out from them.
So that you must check with your client whether there's a policeman in South Africa called Ngamani.
Thank you, madam.
Did you catch that? Did you? Yes, yes.
Yabuya.
Ziyakhala.
This is the judge that is supposed to give a verdict that is unbiased.
Hayi ziyabuya.
What do you expect is gonna come?
I have no idea.
This sounds like
at this
someone who's
point.
irritated by the accused.
Yeah, he is sounding like that. But hey, sizuthini.
Please press that like button, guys. Thank you. Thank you in advance. Let's reach 200 or so, 250. It's 372 people here. Let's reach that 200.
So now we are at this part of requesting the AVL records of the motor vehicle that was driven by Brigadier Gininda. On the day he said to have met accused number 1 at Vosloorus police
Someone is
station.
saying Amane is Masego and he passed away. He passed on.
Hey guys. Bible. This is tricky. If it is true.
Even if he did pass on, let us say he did. But was his name Amane?
Ngamani. Was he being referred to as Ngamani?
Because if that is the case, then that would mean these accused are not lying then.
Yes.
At least for the court's sake.
Now Brigadier Gininda is being asked for the AVL records of the vehicle that he was driving. Okay, since he was not driving the BMW. The judge asked him what vehicle he was driving, and Gininda said that he was using his personal car, and he was at the level of a colonel or a colonel. So at a level of a colonel, he's making it sound like it was mandatory for him to use his personal car or something like that. So he said that it was his personal vehicle. And I'm thinking to myself, well, they need to find someone from the police who can explain like what happens when an investigator now uses their personal car to perform work duties. You know, we need to find out. We can't just take what is being said by Brigadier Gininda. We need to know whether that is a fact, that just because he was driving his personal car, he can't disclose details so that they can get AVL to verify that he was where he said he was. You know, it's we need to know. So now on Ngamani, Gininda said that he can answer to the 6th. He said that the day they went to verify the address, the late Sergeant Mabena was there, and he was accompanied by somebody from CI, Crime Intelligence. But he does not recall his name being Ngamani. He said that it's just the name of a captain, and he will just have to find out what it is, but it's definitely not the name Ngamani insofar as he can recall. And he said that he never tasked someone personally to say he must do anything insofar as the intelligence is concerned.
Why you are explaining yourself?
In relation to accused number 1.
We want Ngamani, not your explanation. You have explained when you first deny a person. You first deny a person.
Yeah.
And then
now you'll find out.
After denying, making these people look like liars in court, as you've been like doing.
Yes.
Now you'll find out. Now you need to explain in advance that you didn't send anyone to do anything. Jesus, man.
So he said so that it's inaccurate that himself and Ngamani were once in the same position with accused number 1. He said that it was not correct, and he said he knew the people that were involved, but definitely not Ngamani. Now,
Why amphika kangaka uNcamane?
Uyamphika.
You know, a simple thing. Go find Ngamane. Simple as that. Don't explain a lot of things. Definitely not Ngamane. I didn't send Ngamane. If it happened, I didn't send anyone. Yay, asibuzanga lokho. Kuthiwa wena uzoffind out Ngamane.
As he was explaining this, I was looking at Mrs. face and I'm like, it's like he's in disbelief. He's shocked today. How can my question warrant such a long explanation? Like, it's not what I asked. Well, yeah. And it was shocking because, you know, him denying this person, and I'm thinking to myself, he's denying him, or does he really think that Ngamane cannot be found if he's being looked for?
Is it? I don't think the main issue is Ngamane per se.
Is there?
What if Ngamane was driving the state's car?
Mm-hmm.
They say Ngamane has passed on for as we are hearing allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
But the records, I think that, in my opinion, if I was skeptical about such, it would be because of that. If I was the person who was in the box.
Hi guys, that's it from me. I've wrapped it up. I'm done. So we'll see on Monday as we wait for the car tracker movements of the AVL to be obtained from the state and given to the defense. I heard them saying that they were probably going to need time to peruse and go through them. So let's anticipate more postponements come Monday. I don't know.
Right. Sehameitzi saying, Mr. Almas, you are going to laugh at this one. Sambo means one's living partner in Swedish language. One's
living partner.
Living partner.
One's living partner. A partner ephilayo.
Hey, my dad.
It's subliminal. Sambo. One's living partner.
What? This guy has a Swedish name?
Stanley Sambo.
He's okay.
Stanley,
I guess he's not from South Africa.
Kuku.
What?
No, his other name. He has his other name that is Zulu sounding. I forgot what it is.
Boy.
Sambo. Hi, Sambo. Is it a South African surname though? Please Google for us. Sambo, is it a South African surname? Because now I know I'm confused. Me, I don't know. I seek knowledge. Knowledge is power. I'm looking for his full names.
Yeah, someone is asking why is he angry. Wouldn't you be angry if you believe people are lying? In my opinion, I think, yeah. I mean, it's like, oh, you're wasting my time. You're lying. Tada.
Yeah.
Sambo is Tsonga surname.
Is it?
Apparently.
Okay.
I've never heard it. I won't lie to you.
Yeah, that's my first time.
I've heard Bomaluleka.
Ndlovu. It's there.
Tsonga is Ndlovu.
It's there in
Okay. I've heard Bomaluleka. What other surname that is famous? But Maluleka, I know is famous. Yeah. So I've never heard Sambo. Sambo is unique for me.
It's Kulani Stanley Sambo. Yeah, he could be Tonga.
No, Kulani is Tonga.
Yeah, okay. Kulani. He is Tonga. Yes.
Okay. You got it. Balo is also Tonga.
Yeah.
Sibanda?
Yes, he's also Tonga.
Also
Sibanda,
Tonga.
I think, is a Tonga cinema. I used to have a friend in primary school by the same name of Sibanda.
No, they are shining. They are shining. They are shining. I'm not talking about the head, Yabaloi, but they are shining. They are shining by pushing to up.
Yeah, they work very hard.
They work very hard. And one thing for sure, Doctor phela manje usefunde kakhulu.
Doctor
Usefunde kakhulu. So siyababongela. So manje need to usibeko. Oh, someone was saying usibeko. Usibeko, yeah, usibeko is a Swati name.
Yes.
Usibeko is a Swati name.
Yes. It's SWAT.
Okay. Right, guys, you can call if you wanna call. Sambo, we refer to those in Zimbabwe. Sambo, we refer to those old school made of straw and fresh green grass. The guy might be Zim or Zambia. Sibanda is a lion totem in Zimbabwe.
Okay. But I did hear that there are people who are like Tonga in Mozambique, and I've heard it before.
Yeah, it could be possible, but we don't know.
I think they refer to them as Shangaan. Guys, if I'm wrong, correct me. I don't want to insult anybody. I know that there's a difference between Tonga and Shangaan, because some people don't want to be called Shangaan.
Yeah. Most South Africans.
Yeah.
They don't want to use that name. Right, I guess he's my calls, guys. What are you saying? Do you have anything to say? Right, Mzansi, hello.
Yebo baba uAna noSisi.
Hi.
Ukhuluma nomadoda eCape Town.
Yes.
Hi, madoda.
Hayi man. Ezimoto ze-metro zange kuthiwe azinayo i-AVL. Imoto zabo Jonathan azangathi ubalo yazinayo.
Initially?
Ushilo, yes.
It was said like that sometimes.
Ushilo.
Ngoba ibona lo muntu ubanjwayo namhlanje kodwa yona zinayo what azinayo zonke. Xa kubuza singayifumana uthi hayi andazi, I'm not sure. Imoto elimele inayo irecord ecar tracker sele ihambile before ilimali. Even the Nissan. Even le yakhe xa ebeyisebenzisile nezabo imoto uya ku-car tracker or Niesta whatever who requested a date.
Yes.
Even the personal car bafuna only at that date. Bamprintele bamnika. No, I'm worried into eyenziwe nguRamaphosa. I rely on credibility whereby eyazi ba i-judge abo choose ayibafuni yonke into abayithethayo ayithathi. So uGinende uncamana kamazi, but lo muntu amreplace ngaye the captain nayo futhi akayazi, which is Ncamani, he was there. Because lo muntu amreplace ngaye naye akamazi, and lo muntu uvela ngokuthi ulomfana uthi wayekhona. And the Nissan Qashqai labantu lamajita lawa kwaZulu lawa aba bantu they use their memory. Isintu sithi umenzi uyakhohlwa, umenziwa akakhohlwa. La muntu uyazi yonke into eyenziwe kuye each and every day. Xa yenza ijoke pha ecourt kuye it's killing. Whereby kwabanye it's a joke. So umuntu into ayenza la majita wayengena phone, wayengena nothing. Umuntu enkosi nje uzithulele. Look at ngoku zonke izinto. Even if xa kufuna lama AVL yonke le fortune. Oko ile fortune ayifunwanga le fortune. Basikwize ini BM. IBM azange yafunwa even a single day. But every day IBM red golf. The red golf sikhathe yokubanjwa lo mfana yayingekho le red golf, yayi red polo, but the red polo itshentshile red polo yayi golf. Where is the red polo? Even the red polo? It was a red polo, not a golf.
Yeah.
It was a red polo, not a golf. Even the time, if I'm not mistaken, we pointing out or whatever. Umuntu I drive the red polo What are the details? Why you attend any senior robbery, get red polo. Not in the golf. The golf it was never there from the onset. Only iyachinja ngokuya kusiza yachinja igolf. Ayibo, manje ayibo, red golf, man, red golf i-GTI. Ayibo. Yayingekho ama-detectives nala e-Cape Town noba ungafika asebenzisa ipolo. I-GTI isetshenziswa i-flying squad. I-BM isetshenziswa i-flying squad. Ama-detectives asebenzisa hard body, asebenzisa ipolo. Ayikho i-GTI kuma-detective. Into ekhona kuma-detective yipolo. Red polo. And the simple thing, the Nissan Qashqai, the police, they don't have that Nissan Qashqai. It means the group of Gininda, the gangsters, when they have a problem, they call each other. Everyone go and help their group. You can't find that guy if they're hiding. There is no way. The detectives, you can even go tomorrow. You will never find GTI on the detectives. The GTIs and the DMs is a particular he introduced those cars for that unit. It was a special unit. They drive those fast cars. The detectives drive single cab Nissan, double cab Nissan, single cab buggy, Apollos. They never be a golf there. Akekho ungahamba even manje, go now. Check all the police stations. You'll never find a detective drive a GTI.
Oh my God.
The detectives, they drive a Polo. Uyabona la magic azawuphuma la magic. But the problem, the situation akuyo, it's very deep. Even the judge is not alone. At times the judge ufuna ukuziveza ukuthi ijudge mara labantu bayithumele pha bake wena uyaphuma kulento zithethe pha abuye lo baba arrectify lento lamajithi azawagweba la yonke le system yabo ayafrodwa lamajithi at daylight. You can, I know I trust you, go to each and every police station when there's your investigation, which detective unit they drive the GTI. No one. Those GTI and the Polo, they were only get from chasing the armed robberies, the heist, all that stuff. And then they brand for those units. The unit, it was the pirate unit and the task force. There is no detective they drive in the GTI. The detectives, they drive Polo. I can bet. Because I'm just show you, I follow you since that I have a problem with those checks to send SMS, all that stuff. No detective drive. It means Brigadier, he was using his own car. Namane, he was driving a Qashqai. The Qashqai is not belonging to the police. He was driving his own car. Same like in India. So the accused, he's right when he says, when he was there, Namane, he was there. Both of them, they were driving their private vehicle. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you.
All is alleged. All is alleged, and the views
and
of
opinions expressed are those of the callers. They're not those of the
all is
reality.
alleged. All is alleged. Allegedly, our name, our channel is allegedly.
But I have to look up that initial testimony on the red Polo red.
I think I remember it.
How did it move from Polo to golf?
So someone is saying, morning guys, Ngamane is incarnation of Masego. Should he githakazelo this?
Oh, is a clan name.
Should be and amaphoyisa vele normally would use ithakazelo.
So the person we are looking for Masego.
Someone also says Sibanda is a Zimbabwean. Sibande is Tsonga.
Oh, Sibande is Tsonga.
This one we have is Sibanda. Doctor.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Sibanda. All right.
Sibanda.
Oh no. I say Bamba land. Bam keeper lapana. esayidini laseLokhuzane but cha usibanda lona uyabanda udoctor no siyabonga bafowethu keep on calling guys keep on calling keep on sending those messages I will read them if they need to be read ngikhona lana nje on a list ke sibonga abantu bebela please press that like button welcome again Komojo we appreciate you as a member press that like button guys we appreciate you as you are doing that Kelebohile thank you very much our moderator we appreciate you. You're the first one to say ola mzansi ngena nge like usho njalo kuthiwa nje ngena nge like Ivosho sizelana kumsongelwa Ndlovu at good morning Lola athi nje okay bebexoxela noChawuke Mzansi hello Mzansi hello
Hey Mr. Anonymous.
Yes sir, how are you?
I'm good man, how are you?
I'm alright sir.
Emily, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. Just to add to the previous caller, where I stay, we have a detective. He's driving a Polo.
Yes.
So it's true. The detective drives Polos because of they're not chasing criminals and everything. And then GTIs, unmarked ones, white or red, it's crime intelligence. Those that are not marked, they don't have the aerials, they just, it's a normal car of subs.
Yeah.
Those are for crime intelligence. Okay, moving on to the issue of Ngamani. You remember on the 6th of March, you must go and check out that live.
Okay.
I think it's the 6th or the 5th. There's the anonymous cop.
Yeah.
Anonymous cop called and says he knows the guy Ngamani is from crime intelligence in Germiston. Germiston or Benoni, somewhere there, somewhere in the Trent. So that Ngamani does exist. And even that day, Rata asked, I think it was Sonepul, the station commander of Silverton, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Sonepul or something.
Yes, it's
he asked him, Sonepul, he asked him if, do you know Nganawe? Says Nganawe. He changed the name to Ngamani to Nganawe. And that guy said, no, I don't know him. Rata insisted that he's based in Silverton. And the guy said, no, I don't have a cop by the name of Nganawe. So this Nganawe guy is working for crime intelligence. So I think if you can go back and check, if they can go back and check, they'll find him he's working there by Benoni or Brakban, somewhere there for crime intelligence. So it does exist. But what I can say is maybe he was not driving the state car. He was driving his own car.
That's
so
possible.
The AVL is going to be a game changer because it's going to prove the credibility of these cops. That is why it's so difficult for them to come. And these people are lying. All the cars of subs have got AVL, including the ones that are used by detectives. All of them, they've got AVL. You know why I'm saying so, Mr. Anu?
Why?
There's a guy who once stole a police car.
Yeah.
And it was an unmarked car. It was used by a detective. So what happened is that detective went out and had fun, whatever. That was so the guy saw that this guy is actually intoxicated. So what he did, he went in and opened the car and started, and then he drove around with it. Then the guy, when he came out of there, he saw that the car is missing. He called, I don't know, he called the police station or what, and then they checked. They traced all the movements of the car, and they found the guy with a car because of the guy didn't know that this car has an AVL or something similar to that. Then that guy was arrested. But because of he didn't commit a crime with that car, they just let him off with what you call a warning. Call it a warning, white paper, something like that.
Yes.
So all the cars of SAPS, they've got an AVL. Even the metro cars of Ekurhuleni, they've got an AVL.
Yeah.
So if they can receive that AVL, I'm telling you, it's over for the state case because of it's going to prove that all these guys are saying is the truth.
Yo.
Yeah. And again, Mr. Anu, you see, when it comes to accused number one is the key to this case. If accused number one can be let off, all these other guys are going to go off.
Yeah.
Because of the case centers around him and accused number two. If those guys can be let off, the case is done.
Yeah.
It's done. There won't be a comeback for the state. Because of now, I can see that Baloy is one thing, especially when it comes to the issue of the AVLs. They want it. And another thing, Mr. Anu, C-Track is the one that is putting the AVLs on both the SAPS and all the metro police. I know only in Gauteng, JMPD, EMPD, even Swan is C-Track that is putting all these AVLs.
What is it?
Because of
C-Track.
C-Track, yes, the Prince Company. Yes, the Prince Company is the one that is putting all of them. Because of, they said, previously they did not put the AVLs. But I think after certain incidents that happened, they started to put all the AVLs on these cars. I remember, I think it was year before last when one metro police car was stolen somewhere in Soweto, in Shawela, and then they found it in Eldos. And when they found it, it was already being that unit, the device unit was already being removed. But because of they checked the last location of the car, they found the car there. So these people must not come and lie here. We know this. We know these things. There's people that work with these things. They must not lie. They must not lie. If Kininda Sales was using his car, they must bring the AVL of his car so that you can see. Because of remember, they say from a colonel, or I'm not sure if it's a colonel or a brigadier, he's not supposed to use a state car because of they get subsidy or something. If they want to buy a car, they get a certain percentage of the car because of those people from, I'm not sure if it's a colonel or brigadier, they are regarded as senior management of SAPS.
Yeah.
So if he was using his own car, let him bring the AVL of all those days that he was seen driving, of all those days that he was alleged to be driving those cars. And another thing, this issue of the BMW, that they must also bring it on when was it acquired, when was it allocated to him, because of now, hey, these people they're troubling us. They're troubling us. Oh no, thank you guys. Enjoy your evening or your day.
Thank you. Thank you for all this information.
Thank you. Yeah, as we say, normally our song, all is alleged.
Everything is alleged, but hey, thank you for the knowledge.
Thank you for the information and the knowledge. Siyakula. I guess song I've mentioned you, Lord, I've mentioned you, Chuguana, I've mentioned you, Chukuana. Senzo 18, our member, I've mentioned you, Lord, our member also. Ziningi ngobo bese kuba undanzi leya. Kininda does not make sense. I just caught that part in Jegundans. Bese kuthi when we go down, Queen of South Africa, good midnight. I know, and Emily, please double tap your lazy fingers. To double tap. We are not that platform. That one.
There's a like
We are
button
not that platform. But please press that like button. Thank you very much again for that. Hey, double tapping is actually taking it. You're giving it and you're taking it away. If you tap for the first time, it comes in, and then if you tap, it moves out.
Yes.
Yeah, so just press that like button once. You should be fine.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Unless you have two gadgets. Two sopule, because others, they do that. Thank you. We appreciate also that. Everything you're doing to assist that. Oh, Seb, my wish is that this courtroom just disappears one day, as we can do anything. Yes, Seb. Hey, kunzima. Ngiyakuzwa, feeling yakho ngizwa kahle. Sifiso Sindani, sibonge. Thank you, Sifiso, our member. Michelle Lee, signing the register. I appreciate that. Just signing that register. If you are busy, I see other people are also saying they are busy, but they just come to sign the register. Please press that like button if you are here. Other people are busy. They just came to sign the register. Zozo Mahlangu, thank you. Zanzi, hello.
Hi, good evening, Mr. Ano and Emily.
Hi, sir. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. I could remember yesterday, Mr. Ano, we were talking about the Ikurulen cars having an AVL.
Yes.
And on the proceedings, you saw when the judge is asking the guy from Ikurulen if the cars have got AVL.
Yes.
He says all of them, he has got them. He is from Ekurulen and says all of them, he has them. So now Baloy, the judge is asking Baloy, then why are we not getting them? Baloy came up with a long explanation and blaming Munisi for saying he wants to recall Zungu and Butelez. Me, my question is simple. If this AVL data from the third party needs a section 205, why can't Baloy today, that after this proceeding yesterday, right? Why didn't he draft the section 205 and ask Rata to approve the section 205 and send it to the third party so that we get the details for all those Hanika? Why? And Baloy is saying we have to do it on Monday. We have to allow ourselves a whole week to get it. I think this thing is simple, Baloy. You are saying you want a section 205. Give Rata to sign, or even Rata can do a subpoena to bring the data to this court. And we are all happy because they don't want the data to come.
Yeah.
They don't want that data to come. That's why they come with all these chips. Yeah. And when they ask the police about the vehicles, wait, I don't know if it's judge, including all those lawyers who are made to believe when a car is involved in an accident, the movement report also goes in an accident. I don't get it, man. The car has been traveling for the past 3 years and it's involved in an accident. We still need the data. Until the date it is involved in an accident, it will not have data going forward. Yeah. So this Gilinda coming up with pictures of the car, the accident, and the docket for the accident that killed Mapena. I'm just looking at it and thinking, what is this docket going to prove to us? We want the movement. We want the AVL, the movement, because it will help these guys in their explaining their story that Mapena was there. And you see now, the brigadier is now disowning Ngamani now. I mean, you might not remember him as his name is Ngamani, but if he is someone else, why don't you give yourself the opportunity to go and retrace who was? Because even though you might not know Ngamani, but if Ngamani was working with Mabena always, how does he know? Yeah, okay, that's what I'm saying. Give yourself an opportunity to say, maybe the guy will come and say, oh, I hate you guys have been asked in court. I was with Mabena. Maybe the person can do that. But he's not giving himself an opportunity. He's quickly writing, I'm for sure. He says, for sure it's not Ngamani. I'm saying, but just buy yourself some time, and we do. And I know the other point I wanted to make is that people always used to think it's Miss who delays the court. So, people always believe it's Miss who delays them. I want to ask you today, was Muniz even involved in that delay? He was not there. And I must put my hands together for Numalo and Mshololo for not wasting their time to fly, to come from KZN to be in court and then to be strategizing what is going to be the best way forward. We need the AVL first before we come from KZN. So those two, they did a good job because there was no point of coming. What is the point of coming when you are strategizing? And do you need a court sitting to strategize? Don't you just sit down and you find a way that we need this information? And all the time is Baloy who delays this whole process. I mean, I'm watching another court case in the US, it's a resale. In 20 days, Mr. Can you believe it? In 20 days, the state has already presented its case.
Wow.
And I think, and today, I think the defense is going to start presenting its case. And then I'm thinking, for Senzo Meyiwa, it will be 5 years today. I'm telling you, it will be 5 years. It started in 2020, this thing, and we are in 2025. So, justice, it's just a dream. It's okay. Thanks, Ms. Arno. Thanks, the family. Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. We appreciate you.
Thank you. So it's been 5 years of the state presenting its case.
Lindiwe, thank you. Thank you. Yes. Lindiwe, thank you. We appreciate you. And good night. Bengi, Evelyn, I saw you. Martha, Kashani, appreciate you. Nom Vigelelo, Kaula, thank you. We appreciate you. Kuhle Mangesi, Siabonga, Mamfunega, thank you as always. We are always saying, Kosunat Zagwe, our member, we appreciate you. Shanji Westbanda, I think I've mentioned you. If I haven't, hello and thank you. Muzwake Radebe, thank you. Metum Shanga, thank you. Mambush, thank you. Bizwax 10, thank you. Sbungseni Masilela, thank you. Magai, Jesh, Judge, thank you. Samuel Radebe, thank you. Shuku, and I've mentioned you. Dokas Shabala, thank you. Mayane, thank you. Gushle, okay, I've mentioned you. Gushle, Metu, I've mentioned you. See. Who Dokas, I've mentioned you. Kunjalo Engineer Pinda K Bigwayo. Thank you. And thank you for information, K Bigwayo. You've been very participating in clarifying some of the things here. Mlambo Designs, as always, thank you. We appreciate you. Siba, as always, Moloeni family. We appreciate you. Asbone Sihamets, I've mentioned you. Shooting a pinda manje timer 11 June, thank you. Siabonga Zenande Nazo, thank you. Siabonga Seniapinda manje. You guys niapinda. Imnandi ngokupinda. Madonza. Madonza. Yeah, Madonza. Ngifunde kabi lapha. Madonza. ST Mighty Molefe. Thank you. Yeah. Injalo nje indaba owethu. I thought it's K. I'm about to sleep la manje. Yabona ke manje injalo indaba kumele ngihambe kaze ngizodrive manje. Zuki Gala. Mr. Nomas and Emily, you really make it easy to follow this case. It really makes sense. I am waivala kanjalo.
Thank you.
Msongelwa, I've mentioned you. Sizama ngayo yonke indlela. Siyabonga kakhulu.
That's our job description here on this YouTube streets.
Thembelani Khanye, siyabonga. Lichani Masindi, siyabonga. Thank you kakhulu. Guys, ngicabanga ukuthi injalo indaba. Press that like button on your way out if you're still watching. And again, Komojo, welcome. Thank you. We appreciate you as a member.
Thank you for joining the membership.
Do interact with these adverts. That's how we keep the lights. Laura
Yeah,
saying, Emily and Mr. Anonymous, please don't disappear on us. Please make time later in the week. Love seeing you
God,
here.
guys,
Thank you. We appreciate
it's
you,
so
our
hard.
member. Lucas Nkos, greetings, Mr. Anonymous and Sis Emily. Your analysis are great.
Thank you guys. Yo, I'm humbled.
It's great actually. Ungomane 83. Hi, usiba uthi nje bye. Uyavalelisa ungomane uthi hi, uyavalelisa ngomane uzosala uyibamba wedwa uzozuyiqeda. For those who are still coming, Rivak Chihande, my legend, always good to be here. Siyabonga kakhulu, sibonge kumamfuneka nilale nenkosi. Sibonge kakhulu abasayolala abavukayo bavuke nenkosi. Kube mnandi kube nje akube xosa kubele. Sithi nje qimshelele.